we've got clear skies. Now, with the clear skies, you'd think, hey, it's going to be around the entire weekend, but we do have a weather pattern shift as we get into the weekend, and that is the winds are going to slacken a bit, and it's going to allow the marine layer to form up a little. Now, the question is, how much cooling with this will we see inland? I've seen some forecasts that go well into the 90s for the weekend. I'm going with the upper 80s for the interior because I see this. I see this marine layer expanding its influence a little bit as we get into Sunday. Now, again, also a pattern shift as we get into the 4th. So a lot going on in this forecast. It's essentially a forecast of subtleties, but again, people are trying to figure out, is this a good beach weekend? I think Saturday's better than Sunday because Sunday it looks like that marine deck may not clear in some spots. Here's a look at the weather pattern right now. Mild weather across the west. We do have high pressure off the coast, and currently that's fueling some fairly strong northwest winds. But again, those winds are calming down because that system is moving out. 60 right now, 69, excuse me, in Santa Barbara and 72 at Gaviota. This time yesterday, we had a wind advisory going into place for Santa Barbara County. We do not have that tonight. Though it is breezy out in Vandenberg, it's just 59 there. So the marine influence is in here in Santa Barbara County's west-facing coastline. 69 Santa Maria, 73 San Luis, and 87 right now in Paso Robles. Daytime highs today, 71 Santa Barbara, 77 Santa Ynez, Tascadero checked in at 90, 65 Cambria was 76 in Solvang, Paso 92, just 64 in Pismo. So even though the skies cleared, the marine influence still there. 74 San Luis, 73 Santa Maria, and 65 in Lompoc. Air's fairly dry right now in San Luis and Paso Robles, Santa Maria as well. Relative humidity numbers, and again, that's relative to temperature. Looking in those 40s and 50s, I think we're going to see those numbers go up later on tonight. 92 Bakersfield, 96 Sac, 73 in the Bay, and 71 right now in LA. The big national story is all this heat here, Great Lakes and south, with so many people trying to figure out what to do for the holiday weekend. It is going to be cooking, and folks need to take all kinds of precautions for that. So here's our pattern. You can see this ridge of high pressure kind of nosing in the area right now. And that's one of the reasons it was fairly warm yesterday and today in North County. But things shift as we get into Monday. This big trough digging into the west. And for the 4th of July, that's going to set us up with southwest flow. So fairly mild. Beaches in the 60s, coastal valleys 70s. Upper 80s inland. I don't think it's going to be particularly hot, but some low cloud cover ought to be around. I think there's cautious optimism right now that the base of those would be high enough, so even if they formed up, that fireworks celebrations could be enjoyed. There could be a hurricane out here off the coast of the Baja, and some high clouds could get pushed in from that. And then after the 4th, I think it's going to warm up. By the time we get into late next week, triple-digit potential inland with near 90s for much of the coast. Still watching that. Obviously, that's still quite a ways off, but something to watch. 73 Santa Barbara, 76 San Luis, 86 Paso, and 72 in Santa Maria for your Saturday. 81 Santa Ynez and Solvang, 88 in Cuyama. In the 5 cities, 72 in AG, 87 Shandon, 62 Los Osos, 61 Morro Bay, 68 Cayucas, and 85 in Atascadero. Again, the trend in this forecast here is not huge across Santa Barbara County, but it's easier to notice in the interior of San Luis Obispo County, where temperatures, again, 90s today, backing off a bit into the 80s, in San Luis, mid-70s. And we're back after this.